DJI released their most expensive and physically largest consumer drone to date, the Mavic 4 Pro. It demands a massive premium over previous models. To justify that price, DJI is leaning heavily on specs. This spec sheet lists a 100-megapixel sensor, 16 stops of dynamic range, and a maximum flight time of 51 minutes. We need to figure out if those numbers translate to time saved on a commercial shoot, or if they are simply inflated figures engineered to pressure current owners into upgrading. Before we even look at the camera, there is a hard geographical limit. If you live in the United States, you cannot purchase this drone right now. DJI withheld the US launch entirely due to ongoing tariff uncertainties. For everyone else, your decision comes down to which bucket you fall into. This flowchart maps out the three main buyers: the high-volume commercial operator needing low light performance, the daylight hobbyist, and the social-first creator. To figure out where you land, you have to throw the spec sheet away. We are going to measure this drone strictly on how its physical capabilities speed up your specific workflow. The headline feature of the Mavic 4 Pro is the new main camera. This technical sheet highlights a 1.13-inch CMOS sensor with an effective pixel count of 100 megapixels, which DJI claims can capture 16 stops of dynamic range. This chart maps that claim against real-world testing. While DJI advertises 16 stops, independent tests lifting the shadows reveal the usable dynamic range actually sits right around 14 stops, putting it neck and neck with standard full-frame mirrorless cameras like the Sony A7C Mark II. The same reality check applies to the resolution. You have the option to shoot in the highly marketed 100-megapixel mode or step down to the baseline 25-megapixel mode. Shooting in 100 megapixels generates massive files that bog down your editing timeline, and the resulting images actually feature softer edges due to the sensor's processing limitations. Dropping back down to 25 megapixels consistently delivers sharper, cleaner details and manageable file sizes that move smoothly through post-production. The main camera genuinely rivals a ground-based mirrorless setup, but relying on the 100-megapixel marketing number will actively harm your file management and reduce your overall image sharpness. The most significant hardware changes are actually found on the secondary lenses. Here on the spec sheet, you can see the 168mm telephoto now features a much wider f2.8 aperture, and the main lens opens up to f2.0. Letting in double the light drastically reduces shadow noise. This allows you to capture clean, detailed telephoto shots in challenging environments like dusk or dawn. DJI also unified the color science across all three lenses, allowing you to shoot in standard 10-bit D-Log and match your cuts perfectly without applying complex color transforms for each camera. To get the most out of these telephoto lenses, you need to adjust your exposure habits. You have to expose to the right, meaning you overexpose your shot and camera to protect the shadow detail before bringing the levels back down in post. These improved telephoto apertures expand the actual hours of the day you can shoot. For a commercial operator, extending viable flight times into the early morning or late evening is the strongest reason to buy this drone. DJI also introduced a 360-degree infinity gimbal. This section details the mechanical range, showing a roll capacity of -90 to 450 degrees, which enables full barrel rolls and native vertical shooting. If you opt for the new RC Pro 2 controller, flipping the physical screen vertically automatically rotates the drone's entire camera module to match. For social media creators, this resolves a major headache. The video resolution table confirms you can shoot native 4K and 2.7K vertical video without cropping the sensor and losing quality. But there is a hidden penalty to this vertical mode. Rotating the camera module severely restricts the gimbal's physical tilt range. When locked in vertical orientation, you can only tilt from -11 degrees down to 0 degrees straight ahead. This mechanical stop completely eliminates your ability to execute sweeping, dynamic upward pans. Native vertical capture preserves your pixel count, but it forces you to sacrifice the complex, multi-axis movements that usually make aerial footage engaging in the first place. If you look at the top-tier creator combo, DJI includes an exclusive 512GB internal solid-state drive. That internal drive delivers data offload speeds of up to 650 megabytes per second. For high-volume shooters transferring hundreds of gigabytes at the end of a long day, That translates to immediate labor time savings. Moving to the safety ecosystem, the sensing table outlines the new forward-facing LiDAR system, capable of measuring objects up to 25 meters away, even in the dark. Because LiDAR uses lasers, it allows for confident, automated obstacle avoidance in pitch-black scenarios down to 0.1 lux. Adding these features requires physical space. Both the drone itself and the RC Pro 2 controller are noticeably bulkier, heavier, and harder to pack than the Mavic 3 Pro. The Creator Combo moves this equipment out of the consumer category. It is an industrial data capture tool that prioritizes rapid workflow and safety over travel convenience. We can now take these physical constraints and map them directly against your shooting scenarios to determine who actually gets a return on this investment. This scorecard evaluates the 3 core personas. If you're a Mavic 3 Pro owner shooting primarily in broad daylight, do not buy this. The visual differences in bright conditions are negligible and do not justify the cost. The same goes for travel backpackers. The increased weight of the drone and the added bulk of the new controller make it a poor choice for minimalist travel. Solo filmmakers and structural inspectors, however, are a definitive yes. You need the low-light LiDAR and clean f2.0 lenses to execute complex drops safely. High-volume shooters also get an immediate return. The 512GB SSD offload speeds will pay for the cost of the Creator Combo in saved labor hours over a single season. For social media creators, proceed with caution. The native vertical resolution is excellent, but you have to decide if that convenience is worth losing your ability to pan upward. Ignore the 100-megapixel stickers and the 16-stop marketing claims. The Mavic 4 Pro's true value lies entirely in the workflow multipliers that buy working professionals more time to shoot.